What is up, everybody? So I just finished reading the book Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. And this book was meant to be a follow-up to his previous book, Crush It, which is all about how to build a personal brand that you can monetize. And he provides a lot of technical and actionable tips that'll help you develop that personal brand. But what this book does is it takes the success stories of the people that used his tips and actually applied them in their field. So people like Lewis Howes and John Lee Dumas are people that took Gary's advice and built empires around it. So really interesting to hear those examples. I myself am a huge Gary Vaynerchuk fan. That's obviously why I read the book, and I just have to do this. Gary, if you're watching this for whatever reason, I'll be there tomorrow if you want a meeting. All right, it's done. Let's move on. So, kind of reiterating on the book Crush It, what are some of the things that still matter? And Gary Vaynerchuk comes up with 7 principles, and I elaborate on all of them in the link in this post. But those 7 principles are the closest thing that he can offer to a formula of how to build a good personal brand. So first is intent, treating your audience the right way with the right intentions. Next is authenticity. And this one I think is pretty cool. It's about knowing your level of expertise and just being true to yourself and your knowledge level. Your audience is going to gravitate to whatever you can offer. Next is passion. Obviously, just be passionate about what you do. Patience. So be willing to put in the work and not, reap any benefits for a while. Next is speed, being able to iterate based on feedback in a real-time setting so that you can fill the next question that needs to be answered. Work, right? There's no substitution for hard work. And then last is attention. So where are people going to get the information that they're looking for? Those are the 7 pillars. If you can master those, you are on your way to building your personal brand. However, in this book, he added one more pillar, and that is content, right? So content is the vehicle that carries all of these other qualities. And if you provide good, original content that has your own unique vantage point on your life and whatever you're interacting with, then your audience will find it. So with that in mind, you can have the best content in the world, but you also need to know where to put it, where the audience can go and find it. And that's the next part of the book. He talks about our different social media tools that we have, the different social media platforms. And to be straight up, I'm disappointed LinkedIn wasn't talking about, but I'll get over it. All right, anyway. So first, he talks about Musical.ly. And again, you can get more information of these in the link to this post. But Musical.ly is an up-and-coming platform that has the attention of the teens and tweens crowd, if you're looking for that. Snapchat is just a really good reflection on pop culture. If you're really trying to get to the pulse of a certain issue or industry, Snapchat is going to have the answer. Twitter is the best way to get real-time news, and it's probably your biggest potential to go viral because the accessibility on Twitter is just incredible. YouTube, and that's how Gary got popular with his vlog, just creating quality content that people can interact with and kind of start following your story on a channel. Instagram. So Instagram is huge with tags, not only profile tags, but hashtags. And it's the way that you can use these different resources to find your community, to find your audience, and then interact with them to biz dev. So his best example is he thinks that, first of all, influencer marketing is completely underpriced. So Instagram is a great spot for that. But he also believes that working within direct messages is the best way to grow business on any of these platforms through Instagram. Next is Facebook, and Facebook's ad targeting service is just heads and shoulders better than anything else that's being offered on the market today, and he thinks that it's a huge opportunity to leverage that, to be on Facebook. Next is podcasts. Anyone who's a big Gary Vaynerchuk fan, this comes as no surprise because Gary is all about voice being the primary content, and he believes that because it saves people time. If you allow someone to be semi-distracted while they're consuming your content, they're going to do it more often because time is the biggest asset that we all have these days. And with podcasting, you can passively consume that content. So Gary Vee's huge on voice. And then next is voice first. And this is brand new. This is the first time I'd ever heard of this as an option. And voice first is basically different services like Amazon Alexa or Google Home, just different places that you can actually use artificial intelligence and machine learning kind of in a real setting. And he believes that not only are we going to have one of those in our room, but we're going to have it throughout the house. And that voice first is going to be the next big thing. And And in this book, he talks about if you're not completely satisfied with your life, then it never hurts to try something new. So I took that advice to heart, and I actually just built a new Amazon Alexa flash briefing that is live and you can listen to right now if you would like. It's called Self-Improvement Daily, and if you follow the link in the post, you can get all the information about what it is and how to change your preferences so that you can start listening to it today. So I'm super excited about it, and if anyone's willing to collaborate or be a part of it, I'm all ears. This is just a totally new project, and in true Gary Vaynerchuk fashion, this space is an absolute land grab. So I'm excited to use this project to figure out what it's all about. Anyway, that is Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please, I'd love to hear about your ideas based on anything that I mentioned or with Self-Improvement Daily, my newest flash briefing. All right? Appreciate it. Take care.